This week, Milwaukee's $1,000 impact is pushed to its limits. New Zealand gets to play with Makita Tools that stole Bosch's technology, and Rob went to the emergency room. And no, not because I hit him. This is your Power Tool Week in Review.
Today's episode is brought to you by Ohio Power Tool, Pro Tools, Pro Service at the best prices at ohiopowertool.com. And Ego, power beyond belief.
Hey guys, welcome back. Now, as you can see, I am by myself today. As it turns out, earlier this week when we started production, Rob actually had an emergency and ended up in the hospital. Now, he's doing okay and should be back in just a couple of days, but until then, you're stuck with me. So thank you in advance for your support and your patience this week. Even though Rob is out today, we still have several tool stories for you, starting off with Tim Johnson, who dives into the question, are air tools dead? The quick answer to that is nope. Now, even though manufacturers are on an energetic mission to make all things battery powered, there is still a place in the shop for air tools. And that place is on a new tool wrangler. To figure out what this clever new tool is and why you should add one to your shop, head over to Shop Tool Reviews. Mancaver Tools puts the Flex Turbo FX1271T up against the Cobalt XHHD124B-03 to figure out how close the battle really is between these brand siblings. He runs the Hammer Drill brothers through his normal test, drilling into a 4x4, driving lag bolts into a giant stump, and drilling into concrete to find out exactly which one has to eat a handful of dirt. You won't want to miss it. Our favorite electrician got his hands on Milwaukee's XL Toolbox and tested out exactly how XL it really is.
So how many of these Milwaukee tools do you think will fit in this XL Toolbox?
I think that depends on how much Tetris he's played in his lifetime. Todd did what Todd does best this week and gathered every tool he could find in one category to run them through the most scientific testing you will find on YouTube. This week he covered pressure washers from Ryobi, Karcher, Stanley, Sunjo, Wen, Cat, and Works, and was on a mission to find out if you're just buying into a name brand or if the product is really worth the money. In completely unrelated news, that is the cleanest that car will ever be in its life. Tools and Stuff continues showing love for all things Makita, and this time he has the Makita DGA 519 X-Lock grinder. That's right, boys, X-Lock is now available for Makita users, but that's only half of this review. Not only does he go over every single detail of the new 18-volt grinder, but he also throws it in the ring up against its much larger 40-volt brother just for fun. The guys from Torque Test channel figure out if the $1,000 price tag for Milwaukee's 1-inch impact wrench is really worth it, and how much power 1K will actually get you. Though most of you will probably never have a need for this boy, it is still fun to watch how it performs and how it compares to some of its competitors. Like I said before, we appreciate your patience and support this week while Rob is out. Now, these are just a few of the awesome reviews that came out this week, so do me a favor and be sure to comment down below what reviews you may have found that are worth a watch that I might have missed so the rest of our audience can go check them out. And while you're down there in the comment section, make sure to wish Rob a very speedy recovery because this place just isn't the same without him. It's really quiet, like really, really quiet. Last week, Milwaukee and Flex continued the battle that won't end, which you can watch right here. Special thanks to Ego and Ohio Power Tool for sponsoring this episode. Guys, we couldn't do it without you. Now, if you liked the show, give it a thumbs up, and if you loved it, we hope that you subscribe. Now have a restful and safe weekend. We'll see you next week.